In this video, Kevin and I are going to be answering the Would You Rather questions from the community page. This is for the month of August. So we've been doing this for so long now. I think it seems like years now. But there's a Would You Rather question every day on the community page on my YouTube channel, and usually everything's fine until the time changes. When the time changes like twice a year, it throws people off because it posts at a different time, and I don't know why. I have no control over that because I'm scheduling it, you know, for the same time. But then if the time changes, it messes up. So just know we fall back. It won't be, I don't know when that happens, but whenever that happens, you probably, you know, it'll mess up the time for the question, the Would You Rather question. So the first one is, would you rather lick the bottom of a fire hydrant or a door handle for a busy store? And you're going under the assumption here that you can't clean it. You have to just do it.
Yeah, I would say the fire hydrant.
I'm going to say the fire hydrant too. 80% said the fire hydrant. Nobody wants to lick the door handle.
No, because you know nasty hands that touch the door handle. But you're not quite sure what's touched the fire hydrant.
Nah.
I mean, a dog might have peed on it, but maybe not.
And it rains.
It rains. Keeps things flushed clean.
You just hope for the best.
Yeah.
Just one little lick won't hurt you.
A little dog urine will kill you.
Would you
or human urine, depending on what city you live in. Would you rather have projectile vomiting or explosive diarrhea? Probably the diarrhea.
I'm gonna go for explosive diarrhea.
Neither one of those are very
70. Yeah, but it's always nice to have a good cleansing every once in a while. 71% said explosive diarrhea. As long as you can make it to the toilet, I don't have anything against it. Okay.
I hate to throw up though.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to throw up. Yeah. Well, 29% of people
would rather do that.
Would rather throw up. Would you rather spend the night in a? Have I been given the percentages? Okay. I want to make sure
you did on the last one. I'm assuming you done the first one.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I wasn't going crazy. Okay. Would you rather spend the night in a dumpster or a porta potty?
Probably a dumpster.
Especially if I get to pick the dumpster.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, a porta potty, you can just sit in it.
Because
you get used to the smell.
I'm not going to pick the dumpster for Texas Roadhouse or
I think I'd
Steakhouse.
pick the porta potty. I think I changed my mind.
Really?
Yeah, because you can just sit in there. You don't have to actually touch any goo. You're going to smell stuff, but you're going to get used to that and you're going to ignore it. You won't even think about it. But the dumpster is nasty.
These are both horrible thoughts.
Yeah, porta potty. At least I can wipe the seat off. You can't clean the bottom of a dumpster.
Yeah, but is there a potential that anything could come up through there?
No, unless they got rats or something.
I know.
But dumpsters could have rats.
But what's the chances?
More in the dumpster.
Okay, I'm going to say porta potty. I'm going to say porta potty then. 67% though said dumpster.
Yeah.
But I do not.
I mean, I guess if you're laying on top of the garbage, it would make a difference. But
yeah, but especially like, I don't know. You're right, mice and stuff.
Every restaurant I've ever known has mice.
Yeah, it's not worth it to me, the chance. Okay. Would you rather be nearsighted or farsighted?
I'll take nearsighted since I am.
Yeah, I'm
used to it, so I'll take the nearsighted.
Yeah, I'm nearsighted. I can see close up, but I can't see far away. I'll just stick with what I have. That's what I am now. So I need glasses to see far away. As you could tell, because I took my glasses off to read this, and it's right up close. 55% though said they'd rather be farsighted. I think that's because a lot of people that are farsighted won't wear their glasses at all. I've noticed that.
Just deal with it.
And they just deal with it. Like when they're in their car or something.
You can drive.
They're supposed to wear their glasses technically, but they don't have to. And like in daily life, a lot of people that are farsighted get away with not wearing it because they can see far
That's
away.
how bad the farsightedness is.
Yeah, but I see that a lot with farsighted people. You don't see nearsighted people going without their glasses because
you can't read it.
You can't.
I
Yeah,
mean, you can't.
You couldn't drive.
You couldn't drive.
No. Okay.
Or see a sign at a restaurant or whatever.
Yeah, but I would still rather just stay the way I am because I'm used to it. Which type of sneaker would you rather wear? Low tops or high tops?
Low tops.
Low tops. 83% said low tops.
High tops always hurt my ankles.
Oh, really? No, I don't
too tight.
mind high tops at all. I used to have high tops. Would you rather eat hummus or tzatziki? I'd rather have the tzatziki because that is the cucumber. We've had that and it's so
that's not
fresh
bad.
and delicious.
Yeah, I don't really like hummus that much unless they put lots of sugar and chocolate in it.
Unless it's a dessert hummus.
It's a dessert hummus.
So are you saying tzatziki?
Yeah.
Okay. 65% said hummus. But
a lot of people eat hummus.
a lot of people eat hummus. We do not.
Yeah.
Would you rather tour the food scene in Paris or Italy? And some people said, well, Paris is a city and Italy's a country. That's fine. You still have to pick one. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, a lot of my answers don't match up like that. That's not the point. The point is just pick one.
You got French food and Italian food. Pick one.
Yeah, just pick one. Yeah.
I think I do the Italian.
I'm going to go for Italian, absolutely. And 84% said Italian. Yeah. Would you rather...
You're overthinking it too much if you're debating whether it's a city
That's
or
what
a
I'm thinking.
country.
It's free fun. Just pick one. Have a good time. Would you rather have super sensitive taste buds or hearing?
I'd say taste buds, although that could be really bad.
I'm going to say taste buds. This one was really, really close.
Because if you have hearing, I mean, I'm thinking if you got really sensitive hearing, you could hear lots of stuff, but you also might be too loud.
Yes. Things like might really bother you. Like
if you drop something, it might be like, ah.
Or you know how when you like have fluorescent lights and they kind
and
of
you get the
buzz a little
buzz,
bit, and that would be
I think I'd rather
annoying.
have the taste buds.
Yeah, I'd rather have the taste buds. So 58% said taste buds. That means 42% said hearing. But everybody has their own reason for picking what they pick. You know, if you don't have great hearing, then that would be a good reason. That's gonna, be great for you. Would you rather smell like onions or garlic?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I'm gonna say onions.
I'm gonna say onions
Because
too.
onions don't tend to stay around as long as garlic.
I'm gonna say onions too, just because I like the smell of onion. But you're gonna be shocked. 74% said garlic.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I like the smell of garlic too, but
I don't want to smell people that smell like onions and garlic though.
No.
But onions don't tend to stay around as long. So if you get an onion smell on your hands or whatever, it doesn't tend to stay around.
Right. Would you rather be a wizard? You're a wizard, Harry. Or a superhero?
Wizard.
Wizard. 62% said wizard. Would you rather exercise by yourself or with other people?
By myself.
By myself, 85%. Would you rather go on a fun date or be given an expensive gift?
The date. Because me and you can go have fun somewhere.
Really? We could?
If it's a fun date, who else am I going to date? The neighbor?
The neighbor.
Somebody at work? I mean, who else am I going to date?
I don't know. Would you rather go on a fun date? I think I'd rather go on the fun date, honestly, because it's an experience. It's an experience, and you're getting out of the house. Clearly, you're going and doing something.
It doesn't have to be expensive to have fun.
Right. So, I mean, I'd rather go on a fun date too. 73%.
What am I going to do with an expensive gift? Unless it's a new computer. Then I'd take the computer.
That's what I'm thinking. I really don't. I'm not a jewelry person. I don't need anything expensive, really. So, I would just rather have the experience. Would you rather watch a movie or watch the sunset?
A movie.
I'd rather watch a movie. 55% said movie. 45% said watch the sunset.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Would you rather be criticized or ignored?
Probably ignored.
Ignored. 75%.
I'm thinking more
said
from
ignored.
work than anything, but
Yeah, 75% said ignored.
yeah, please ignore me.
Would you rather have a jealous partner or a distant partner? This was so close.
I'm gonna say distant.
I'm gonna say distant
Because
too.
boy, jealousy can really just mess with
I've
stuff.
dealt with a jealous partner, and you know, when you're young, you can tell. I think age,
Although there's lots of
maturity.
older people that are super like psychotically jealous.
No, I'm saying as the other person
Receiving
it. When you're young, I think you tend to think that, oh, he loves me so much because he's
so
jealous. And that you think, oh, that's so sweet and that's so romantic. And then you grow up, you get some age on you and you get some life experience and you learn that no,
It's a control thing.
it's a control thing. It's,
with some people.
and it's immaturity on his part. It's mainly though control and there's issues there. So it's not so much fun when you get older, and you'll learn that. So I'm going to say distant partner. 56% said distant partner. 44% said jealous partner. Would you rather have a partner who chews with their mouth open or puts their elbows on the table?
Oh, elbows.
Well,
Because chewing, that drives me nuts. Heck, sometimes I put my elbows on the table.
yeah,
So
98% said they would rather have somebody who puts their elbows on the
Yeah.
table. My elbow's on the table right now.
Yeah,
Of course, we're not eating, and a lot of people on this one said that putting elbows on the table, that's an old-fashioned rule.
it is. I don't know where it
and
came from. Because why would this be
rude.
rude? But I
Well-
mean, you eat like this anyway with your arms on the table.
Well, I
Unless
mean,
they're floating.
there's a lot of things that are very old.
Antiquated.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. You have, just in general, you have 2 forks or 2 spoons. What difference does it really make which spoon you use to get the food into your mouth?
Oh,
Really?
we were on the cruise. It
What
was like
difference?
4 different versions of everything. And they
Yeah.
would take them off and shift them around based on what you had. And it's
Right.
like, just
And
give
you're
me one
supposed
spoon.
to work from the outside in. That's fine, and we know the rules. We know that. But truly, when it comes down to it, you're getting it from point A to point B. So what difference does it make which one you use? So there's a lot of silly rules. But now some people really follow those and will think you are very uncouth if you do not follow the rules. Do you want friends like that? Would you rather have...
Did you say, oh yeah, 90-some%?
Yeah. Would you rather have a weird looking smile or a weird sounding laugh?
Oh, weird sound laugh's fine.
I'd rather have a weird sounding laugh. 85% said weird sounding laugh. Ashley says I have a witch cackle anyway. So
Sometimes.
whatever. I don't care. Sometimes, yeah. When I really get to laughing, I have several different laughs, I think. Because there's sometimes where it's just like, and sometimes I'm just crying, you know. Would you rather be known for your intelligence or good looks?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. 80% said intelligence. Would you rather have unlimited... Would you rather have unlimited gift cards to a restaurant or a clothing store?
Restaurant. I could eat there. If unlimited, I mean, I can eat there every day. How many clothes am I going to buy?
I know, but I really like clothes. Of course, they don't get stuff in that often.
As I say, once you bought everything in the store, what are you going to do? Wait till they get more stuff?
I know, because then...
How many clothes can you own?
I know.
Food is always good.
That's true. I'll say the restaurant. 64% said restaurant, but 36% said food.
Yeah.
And if you work,
clothes.
Clothes. If you work, you know, if you're going to a job every day, I know my mom had tons of clothes,
closet full.
but she looked really, really nice for work too, and so she probably would have picked the clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather?
I mean, I know they're expensive, but I'd still rather have the food.
Would you rather always have a full phone battery or a full tank of gas?
Gas.
I'm going to say gas too. 79% said gas. Gas is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's cost and convenience, you know.
Which football game would you rather attend? Dallas Cowboys or Pittsburgh Steelers?
No clue.
You
I'm
have
gonna
to
say
pick
Cowboys.
one. Dallas Cowboys?
Really
See? Huh?
I seriously literally don't know.
I think they would both
But I'll
be-
pick Cowboys.
I think I would honestly, I know you have to choose one, but my real answer is I would go to either one, because if you're seeing the Pittsburgh Steelers, you're going to be in Pittsburgh, and I think that would be a really fun city to visit. We haven't yet.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I picked Dallas.
If you're going to be, Dallas Cowboys, then you're going to be in Texas, and you get the bonus because you get to see the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, and
not from where we'd be sitting.
The nosebleed, yeah. Does she have blonde hair?
Yeah. What's that running down the field?
I would, you know what though?
I'd rather go to Texas than Philadelphia if I had a choice.
They have those big screens, and you don't even have to be down there, because I watch a show called Making the Team, which I need to see if that should be coming back on soon. But I watched a show called Making the Team, and it's so cool because you get to see the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, you get to see them try out, and they have these. It's called like a jumbotron or something like that, and you can see the pores on their skin. I'm not even kidding.
They say it's the same way with concerts. You know, don't stress about the concerts because they got big screens up there where you can see what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say Dallas too, just because it's warm.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I've never been there, but it seems like
it's warm. So I'm going to say 56% said Dallas Cowboys, 44% said Pittsburgh Steelers. But truthfully, we know I would pick either. You are a middle school teacher. Would you rather chaperone a school dance or an overnight school trip?
Oh, a dance.
A dance. 84% said the dance.
I've been to a few overnight trips as a kid. I was a little
I wouldn't want to be responsible.
We were all terrors.
For children overnight.
Wanted to stay up all night long.
Mm-hmm. Would you rather
farting on each other?
Oh my God.
That's what boys do when they're kids, when they're young.
And girls like you all. We mature. Girls mature quicker than boys.
I don't know why little girls like boys.
Because we don't know you're in your room farting all night. we don't know that. Would you rather eat the food from the cafeteria of a hospital or a high school?
That's a good one.
Now let me just be clear. If we could go back in time, now it said high school. You know what? Never mind. It doesn't matter. I'm going to say the hospital.
I'm going to say hospital too, because I think you have more options.
Even if we went back in time, I would say hospital.
Well, I think you're going to have more options.
At a
high
hospital,
school's only going to give you one or two things.
Yeah, that's
Although
true.
when I went to high school, there was like 4 lines. You can go into. There was 4 different lines. You had 3 choices, and 2 of the lines were the same.
There were probably 4 different things.
There was always like a rotation of cheeseburger or hamburger or pizza. You could get one of those 2 almost every day of the week. Yeah. And then the other 2 lines were other things.
We had a section for just hoagies. So hoagies.
We never had just a sandwich line. Yeah. We had a salad line.
We had hoagies. And then it seems like too.
Like they had a salad line.
They had like a pizza section.
And we had a pizza burger line.
Yeah. But I was going to say, if I could go back and eat my elementary school food again.
Oh, pizzas and fries every day.
Oh my gosh, they had good food back then. They don't feed those children like that now.
They don't feed them like that now.
No, they have changed it to where it's blah, blah, blah. We had good
It's
food.
healthier for you.
Yeah, well, whatever. So 64% said hospital.
Yeah. I think, like I said, I think nowadays you'd have more variety. So.
Yeah. You are a great employee. In recognition of this, would you rather receive a nice plaque to hang on your wall or receive $100 cash bonus?
Just give me the $100. I'm thinking about work.
Okay.
My work.
Okay. Let me say this. I was going to say $100 cash bonus. And then a friend of mine, Josh, left a comment on this, and he said something about my YouTube plaque. And I never even considered that. So
yeah, you wouldn't trade the $100 in for that plaque.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't trade that plaque. That one. It's for my subscriber count.
100,000.
100,000 subscriber count. I wouldn't trade that for anything. That means so much to me. And so when Josh put it into perspective, because I never considered, oh, I've got a plaque on the wall with my name on it. Never even thought of that. And when I thought about it like that, it's like, oh, I wouldn't give anything for that. So
in that case,
for me, yes. Now, if I was to work at a school,
it means nothing.
No, I would not want that.
Those
I would
plaques
take
mean nothing.
The only time I would take the plaque, I think, is for YouTube or something like that. I would not care about a plaque if I was an educator That's just me, but a lot of educators might want that.
I wouldn't.
But you've gotten so many over the years, and
I don't even know where they are. Probably in the car. Well, you get like time served, basically, plaques or little certificates and stuff.
and
it's
one
like,
of the ones he got was
like
worded.
25 years.
It was worded so bizarre. It said,
The one from EKU.
it said, well, I don't know.
Distinguished senior.
Distinguished senior. And it makes it sound like
I was an old man.
Like he got it when he was young.
Yeah, I was
but it
about
made
20.
him sound like he was 85 years old.
It was just the way it was a distinguished senior in college is what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, but it sounded like senior citizen.
Yeah, it sounded like senior citizen the way they wrote it. It's like
who wants to display this, you know?
And you know what's funny about that? Completely off subject. What's funny about that is when I was supposed to get that, they had this big area like luncheon or dinner or something like I could cook out or something like that, where everybody in that department where I was going to college at, everybody in that department went and dinner, lunch, whatever it was. I didn't know I was going to receive something during that. So and that was when that plaque came out. It was actually a clear plastic like stand thing. It was a big heavy thing. I didn't know I was supposed to receive that. They never told me, so I didn't go. Do you remember? I didn't go.
Oh no.
So I saw one of the head of the departments later on, and he said, "How I brought you your plaque." He came into the school for some reason. He said, "I brought your plaque you were supposed to get." It's like, what plaque? I didn't know I was supposed to get a plaque. He said, "We nominated you for this. You won." And it's like.
And there's no telling how much you're right. I have no idea where it is or even if we still have it.
I think it's out in the den. It's a big shard of plastic.
There's no telling how much they spend on that. Well, you too used to get certificates constantly. And I know that's different than a plaque. But
I work for the computer.
You're supposed to, the idea is that you frame them. Well, we started framing them. And then he was getting them so often that we couldn't keep up with it, and we would have had a room full of framed certificates. It was when you were doing tons of like computer classes.
For the computer place.
Yes,
yeah, and
it was a certain company.
And what's funny is IBM, Lexmark,
Lexmark, yeah.
Compact. They don't even around anymore. What's funny about that is they give you all these plaques and training things. I didn't have an office to hang them in.
Right.
We were literally in a warehouse on like a little shelves. Basically, it was our office workspace.
Right. So see, in those cases, I would rather have the $100 than have something. But now I do understand. 10% of you said you'd rather have a plaque.
Yeah. I can see that. Maybe
you have your own reasons.
But you know what? If you work at a place that doesn't show appreciation for employees very often, that would be a big deal.
Yeah, that would mean a lot.
For the college I work for, they're always giving out stuff, so it's kind of almost gets to the point of being meaningless.
Yeah,
which is a shame.
But we'll take the money anytime.
It should mean something, but they give out so much it doesn't mean anything.
Right. Yeah. You are a high school teacher. Would you rather grade papers for 3 hours or proctor a 3-hour test?
Oh, give me a proctor test any day of the week.
Yes, a proctor test. 59. Somebody who is a high school teacher said, I can tell most of the people are not high school teachers that said grade papers for 3 hours.
If you grade papers 3 hours, you're about to go mad.
Because everybody said that they hate grading papers.
Oh, that's the worst part of the job.
59% said they'd rather grade papers because they probably don't know.
Yeah.
41% said they'd rather proctor the 3-hour test.
Yeah, any day. I will sit there and play on my phone any day of the week for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And go.
Yeah, and just look around and yeah.
Well, nowadays you can you can even watch their computer screen on the computer you're sitting at.
If it's on the computer.
Yeah, if it's most proctor exams are now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, grading papers. That's why I made most of my tests automated.
Yeah.
It grades them for me.
To freshen your breath, would you rather chew gum or eat mints?
Mints.
I would rather eat mints.
Yeah, I don't like chewing gum.
55% said chew gum. 45% said eat mints. Yeah. I will tell you, I've said this before during vlogs. I love chewing gum. Chewed gum all the time. What broke me from chewing gum was several years ago. We met up with some friends in London and they got video of me. In the video of me, I'm chewing gum. and I saw myself chewing gum.
And you never wanted to chew gum.
And I never wanted to chew gum again because I saw myself and I thought, gosh, I look awful. It just looks terrible the way that I chew my gum. So depending on how you chew your gum, I would say record yourself just sitting there chewing gum. If you, of course, you can't act for the camera. You would have to, just record yourself on your phone, because I think a lot of people like pop their gum or smack their gum, or I'm real bad about blowing bubbles and just chomping, and it's just horrible. So that's why I gave up gum and only do mints.
When I was a kid, I liked gum, but nowadays I don't even enjoy chewing gum.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy it at all.
And there's a reason why, if you're doing an interview on TV or if you're going to a job interview or something like that,
Don't put gum in your mouth.
You don't put gum in your mouth. There's a reason for that. It's because honestly, most people don't look good chewing gum. So unless you're going to do that in the privacy of your car, then I would watch that.
You can pop a mint in your mouth and then stick it in the cheek when you get in there to talk to them.
Exactly, and nobody knows you have a mint. Okay, would you rather be a salesperson who earns a set salary, or who receives a lower salary but could potentially earn bonuses?
I'd rather have a salary, regardless how much I sell.
Me too, set salary.
Although
81%.
I think people that are really good at selling would probably rather have the other way.
81% said set salary. For me, it's not worth, if I'm supporting a family, it's not worth the gamble.
Right, yeah.
Well, in these days, apartment prices, house prices,
crazy.
It's so expensive.
It's good to have a set income.
It's nice to have something you can depend on.
Well, you can depend on it. It's just you depend on a lower amount.
You depend on, exactly. Well, that's true. Would you rather be the consultant who travels internationally, or the one who works in the local office?
I stress about traveling, so I'm going to say in the local office.
This is so close. So close. I'm going to say the one who travels internationally. Now that would depend on if I was
Where you're going to.
I was married or single. If I was single, I would absolutely say international.
I'd be more likely to.
Yes, if I'm married, I'm going to say the one in the local office. But for this,
what you prefer?
Just to pick one, I'm going to say internationally, because you would get to see and do a lot. 51% said the one that stays local. 49 said in travel. 51 to 49.
What was the last question? Because I thought of something when you asked.
Would you rather be a salesperson who earns a sales?
It'd be better if you're working for a set salary and get bonuses based on how much you sell.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice.
Because we know people that get a set salary, but if their store does really good, they get a bonus.
That's true, and that is really, really nice. Yeah, that's true. Would you rather be the employee who delivered a presentation in front of 100 people, or the person who wrote the presentation?
I mean, I really didn't mind getting in front of people anymore. But I'll say I'd rather be the one making it.
You'd rather write it? I'd rather deliver it.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays I don't care that much, but
yeah, I don't mind.
If I had to, I would stress less if I made it, because then it's like, yeah, you go do it.
I don't mind getting up in front of people, so I would say I don't mind to read it, and those people don't know that he wrote it, and they're seeing me and they're hearing my name. Tammy Dunn is going to read this. They're going to remember me and remember my face.
Yeah, I don't care.
They're not going to remember him. So I want to be the face that they see.
Yeah, I could care less.
Okay, so that. Okay, so now we're recording this a couple days early. So I will not be. Today's the 30th, so I won't be able to give you the percentages for the 30th or the 31st. So the question for tonight is, would you rather be an employee at a well-established company, or an entrepreneur who risks your own money to start a new company?
At this point, I'd rather be in an established company.
I would too.
Yeah, if I was younger, yeah, be willing to risk more.
Then take a chance.
Yeah,
because you have the rest of your life.
If you're single and young, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. But at this point, yeah, that would be kind of crazy.
I'm getting too close to retirement. I don't need to take risks and money.
Right. Okay, and the last question for the month, August 31st. Would you rather eat one big meal per day or 6 tiny meals per day?
Probably 6 tiny meals.
I'd rather have 6 tiny meals.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Because I would get awfully grumpy and hungry.
Yeah, I'd rather have the 6 tiny meals, and that's something.
Because I'm thinking, even at Thanksgiving, even though you generally eat one big meal, I'm usually snacky. Like before that meal, or I'm after that meal, later on I'm a little snacky. So even that one meal wouldn't hold you over all day long.
And it may sound silly to some people, but it gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Because
look forward to a little snack at night.
If you're getting 6 meals a day, you can space those out for every so many hours and get you a little something, and it just gives you something to look forward to, and I think that's nice. So I hope you enjoyed the video. These were fun questions, I thought.
Yeah, we went off tangent a few times.
Yeah, we did. We talked a little bit, but hopefully you stuck with us. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. But we will see you at the end of September.